All right, I think that's everything. Hey guys, hey, how you doing? It's me. Um for the live watchers, all zero of you. I am in fact a little bit late. Um, I saw Scorpion earlier, and I really the room I recorded is actually quite small, so I had to be extra super genuinely careful just to make sure there was no surprises waiting for me. Shit, no surprises waiting for me here because I really don't know what I would do. Um. So yeah, if at any point I stop talking and then scream, and then the stream dies for a little bit, it'll be because a scorpion will have dropped from the vent directly above me, and I will have died. Um. But I'll be back. But yeah, hopefully I won't get any surprise visitors. God, I hate this season. Uh, it's not like Winter's any better. Anyway, whatever. Let's get into it. Get my mind off. Start from October. Oh, that's right. Start from October 18th. 8th. The only thing to ease my mind. Eh, what's going on up here? Ghost house. Oh yeah. It's probably Bazette. Incidentally, I overheard a rumor at a street corner. On the outskirts of Shinto, in the forest beyond the church, there stands a Western-style house, and nobody knows where it came from. The rumor spread with surprising swiftness. It seems there are people who actually found it too. People sure are curious. People that started this rumor and the ones who went around every mansion to look for it. One of these curious fellows is right here. Don't I have better things to do? No. No, you don't, Shiro. Oh, that didn't take long. Almost a minute. The rumored haunted house was quite easy to find, actually. By the way, I never did get to hear what's so haunted about it. I have no business being in a place like this. There's probably nothing inside. It could be trespassing to begin with. Well, if we die, we die. Well, I didn't go out of my way to find it. Nothing there. Don't do anything pointless. Don't look at anything unnecessary. No, this is wrong. Close, but you'll keep looking at a slightly different place. Oh, but if you keep looking at a slightly different place. Looks like it's totally abandoned anyway. I don't think I get in much trouble just for looking inside. I opened the unlocked front door. I walk down the hall, unused for many years. I go up the long, long staircase. I'm an idiot. No matter what I told myself, it just couldn't stifle my curiosity. And now, here I am. Oh, wow, it's pretty normal. Pretty cool. Here I am, going through all this trouble for nothing. Sure is clean for an abandoned house. I wonder if there's a caretaker coming by to clean this place once in a while. I examine the dust on the floor. Judging by the amount that is piled up, it's been around 6 months since the last time this house was used. Gotta be kidding me. I mean, this... No evidence remains here. It was so cluttered, yet where did it go? All traces of life has been completely erased. There's nothing suspicious here in the least. The unknown servant and unknown master never existed to begin with. That's what I was saying. There's no point in looking here, man. I feel dizzy. For a moment I saw an image that wasn't my own, reflected in my eyes, but I guess it vanished. What the hell am I thinking? I wasn't really searching for anything in particular anyway. A momentary flash of insight faded in an instant. Must have been just an incoherent daydream. Even if there's a caretaker, this is unmistakably trespassing. I need to get out of here quickly. There's nothing here anyway. I just gotta look somewhere else. Anyway. Let's talk with Saber. Saber, you in there? I knock lightly on the door, but there's no response. There's no way Saber wouldn't notice that. I guess she's just not around. I saw her in the living room just before, and since I have some spare time, I was going to ask her to come practice with me. Saber? When did Roberta get here? Yeah, I'm looking for her. See her around? No, not on the way here. I see. Oh, okay. Alright, whatever she might be. But just as I'm about to head back to the main wing, Ryder catches me by the sleeve. By the way, do you have a moment? What is it? Right, well, the bicycle has really gotten out of shape recently. The handlebars just keep turning right and it's becoming problematic. If you had time, it would be nice if you could take a look. Oh, I see. Now that she mentions it, it really must have been skimping on the maintenance lately. The amount that goes into her steed would be considered luxury by any other regular bike. Ryder's own city bike, a so-called Mawatari, had not been made to withstand things like drift turns. Alright, I'll check it out. Before I take it out with the rest of the garbage, that is. Thank you. So, with a light parting nod, I go inside my own room, right next to Saber's. Let's have a look at that bicycle. And before I know it, it's all done. This is bicycle number 2, all fixed and polished to a sparkle. First I was just going to do the steering wheel bearings, maybe just the brake cables, at most. And yet, every small part that bothered me, rather than overlook it, I kept thinking it'd be done soon anyway. So I took it all apart and ended up going over every single thing. Once it was all in pieces, the plan kept changing. Well, I guess this should keep Ryder happy. I even replaced the consumable parts with more durable ones. It's as good as this bike will get, so it should be fine. For about another week or so. Oil and sweat, oh shit. Oil and sweat all over me. I go back inside to have a shower. I'll even by Fujini flying out of the living room. Fujini, no running in the hallways doesn't apply just to school. Ah, sorry Shiro, please forgive me again. And there she goes, saying that she runs away. Senpai. Breathing heavy, here comes Sakura. Fujini's understandable, but seeing Sakura race around the house is a bit unusual, not to mention difficult to deal with. What the heck is going on? Ilya-san was going to come by, so I thought we'd have some tea, but it turned out that Fujiwara-sensei had already snatched all the tea snacks. Storage number 1, number 2, even the emergency cake crackers. That's like a thorough job, so that's why she's being chased. Such an uproar over a hungry tiger regressing to basic human instincts and wiping out the food reserves isn't really... I'll just make sure that she's properly scalded and that the replenishments are paid out of her own pocket before she has the chance to escape. But you see, she ate Saber's share. Has been identified as the culprit by Ilya, and yet she's intent on hiding, running, and taunting us until the heart stops beating. Catch her immediately. I'll apologize to Ilya personally. When I mentioned how good the bits of candy and those snacks were, Ilya-san just went nuts like never before. Those are emergency rations. Sakura, there she is, climbing up the roof. Oh, wait. Sakura, there she is, climbing up the roof. Ilya's voice is coming from the yard. Wait, the roof? Right, I'll be right there. So yeah, excuse me, senpai. Hold on, right here. What's that rope for? Throwing on her sandals, Sakura goes out into the yard. Whatever Ryder's up to, I don't think I want to know. Let's go the other way for now. Nevertheless, as usual, some aspects of big game hunting came out. I should help him before it really gets out of hand. Fucking Looney Tunes shit going on, yeah! And thus, Fujini is finally captured. Ilya and Sakura are in the living room, teaching her a lesson. As for me, I'm repairing the roof that she trampled on. Maybe spill a typhoon this year or something. Nevertheless, we're kind of sorry for Archer. Maybe that he got cranky because he just left him perched on the rooftop all alone. Yeah, just kidding, no way. With all the smoke and whatnot, I doubt always staying here is one of his favorite jobs. Anyways, there's the storm until dinner, so I'll get some rest. So I'll go get some rest someplace quiet. Nothing unnecessary. Only a bare wooden floor. After all, no matter how many residents we had, this place never really saw much use. In the beginning, I'd forgotten it. Ah, yes. Classic Seiza style saber. Calm down my disarrayed mind. This is where it all began. I'll indulge in this nostalgic feeling for a while. I guess I just wanted to stand there for as long as I could. Just quietly staying still at the entrance. So, here comes Shioru. I wonder, how long did that last? All too fast. Saber's voice releases my bound body. Yeah, what about you? How long have you been here for? Let me see. That'll be since about after lunch. In other words, just about half a day. Sure, what's wrong? It seems like you had something to talk about, but... nothing. Well, sure, I was gonna ask Saber to help me train, but it's already starting to get dark. So, what can we do now? I just thought I'd relax here a bit. I see. Indeed, here is a good place to calm down and meditate. Certainly away from all that hubbub. In that case, I will be leaving. No, it's... Now that the two of us are here, I want Saber to stay for a while. Yeah, like I'm gonna embarrass myself with that. What is it? Oh, nothing. Answering thus, I sit down and get comfortable. I'll probably soon forget all the small talk exchanged today anyway. Yet the evening sunlight dancing on the walls of the dojo, and Saber's gentle smile, those will surely stay in my mind forever. Nice. It feels like that was just the core essence of Hollow Ataraxia right there. Yes, yes. Let's take her in the Emiya residence. There's new stuff. Let's go hang with Taiga, I guess. Oh, interesting. Okay. I guess different topics to talk about with Taiga. Another long, tiring day. Just as normal as always, but all the events really tired me out. I take a bath and brush my teeth. I turn down the gas, lock the doors, and that should be it. Huh. I wonder if Fujini went home. It'd be bad if I locked everything up while she's still here. No, wait, she has a house key, and it's not really like she'd leave anything wide open when going home. Escort her home? She's got a scooter now. That'd be pretty hard. Besides, the Fujimura group members might just come greet her on the way, so she should be well protected. Alright, let's just go to bed. Good night. May tomorrow be another good day. Oh. I'll take my O back. What? Poltergeist? Did we ever have such fun things in this house? Yeah? Ah! Who is it all of a sudden? Why are you sleeping so peacefully, Shiro? Ah, you're Fujini, aren't you? Aha! You thought Saber-chan would do something like this? Don't say that, Shiro. It's been 3 hours since the pizza and I'm hungry. Don't act so proud of yourself. Not even Tosaku would knee drop me as I'm sleeping. Wait, you haven't gone home yet? Not yet. The night's still young. The clock says it's not quite 10 p.m. yet. To say that by the time everyone's sleeping would be overly wholesome. However, at least one person is up until the day changes. Everyone's falling asleep already. Oni-chan is bored. Sakura's been busy with the club, Ryder and Saber need a rest out of necessity, and everyone's tired. I am too. Boring. Got a spoiled brat here. I wish she would just focus this chaotic energy of hers on school or at least the archery club. Nah, Fujini couldn't focus on shit like that. Yeah, anyway. Did you just go home and sleep already? Oh. I'll go home if Shio plays with me. Play what with you? Wanna play cards? I'm drowsy, but I'm not so sleepy that I can't enjoy this. I'm in a game with just the two of us. I'm not sure if it makes me feel nostalgic or lonely. Is that stirring you up? Anything's fine, but it needs to be doable with just two people. Poker or speed? Still a better chance of winning at speed. I guess doubt was never your thing. I can tell a lie as soon as a card is dealt after all. Sasaka and Sakura are both surprisingly good at that game. They're able to escape sticky situations quite well. Well, that aside. Not that I'm not interested in it. Yeah, Saber and Sakura would get fired up if they were here, but we're both sleeping. Going to wake them up would be too awkward. I can't say that's because Fujini's feeling lonely with a straight face. Been a long time since the two of us have talked about what's on our minds. There's something you want to talk to me about? Various things. Topics you've been avoiding, like your future. Fujini touches on a painful spot. That's right. She's worried about my public and private matters, so I can't handle this sloppily. Understood. I realize we need to talk about it eventually, so go ahead. It would be difficult to talk in front of Saber-chan and Sakura-chan if you don't come to the guidance counseling office when called. First off, I don't think I've ever been called there. Okay. I stand up from the futon. Huh? Syncs with me with confusion. What's wrong, Shiro? I'm gonna make some tea. Is Genmaki okay? Alright? Sure. Let me make up, please. When a conversation starts getting long, it's best to have some tea. That's true. Something to nurse while you're contemplating. Right, the hot water in the pot's already cooled off. Can't make tea unless I boil it again. I could boil it quickly in a kettle. That was going to be quick, but it took longer than I expected. My apologies to Fujini for the wait. It's my idea in the first place. Well, I won't get smacked for making her wait a bit. In addition, she showed up tonight and woke me up with a knee drop. Certainly wish she'd done a little differently. That would have been a luxury. Fujini's acted this way since way back when, and she'll continue to be like that. Back then, I used to retaliate. So we had to pretend martial arts, and he couldn't win until the other tapped out from an arm lock. Back then, Fujini was bigger than me. I wonder who would win if I went at her with all I have now. Nah. Even though I've gotten taller, that doesn't mean I should beat her now. While I was thinking about Fujini, the water got to the boiling point. It's loud in my ears. I quickly prepared the Genmachia, Makia? Pouring it into Fujini's tiger-striped cup and mine. Now then, let's see how patient she was. If she sneaked into Saber's room in the meantime, it would be sure to be a relief, but it would also become problematic. Hey Fujini, the tea. I start to say, but stop myself. While I was getting the tea, she already dozed off, and ran on top of my futon, no less. Through the trouble of making this tea, only to see it go to waste. She came into my room uninvited and said she wanted to talk. Then I want to take my eyes off her, she falls asleep. Truly, this big sister of mine just can't be helped. Put a blanket over her so she doesn't get cold. And the tea. Well, since I brought it here, I guess I'll help myself to it. My bed now occupied, I have to suck it up. Take the blanket and go sleep on the cushion in the living room or something. Sure. Yeah. Fujini talks in her sleep happily. See you then. Good night, Fujini. See you tomorrow. Tonight, I'll probably have a nostalgic dream. And night turns to day. We got choices. Oh shit, wow. Big day. I can either talk with Saber at the harbor or at the Emiya house. Let's go at the Emiya house first. Maybe more shenanigans will continue. As I was passing through the living room at the start of lunch preparations, I noticed Saber engrossed in reading, quite unusual for her. Having not noticed my presence just yet, she's leaning forward, her cat-like eyes wide open, staring intently at something on top of the table. While I sure am interested in the contents of that magazine now, I wouldn't want to interrupt. I'll just go straight to the kitchen. Shiro, great timing. Shiro, great timing. For what? As I turn around, Saber finally peels her eyes off the page. The thing she presents in front of her chest is a large magazine with a colorful banner headline. It's a bit of a surprise. I imagine Saber would be interested more in serious magazines. Shiro, what kind of taste does this foie gras have? Foie gras? Yes, that's. Also, what about caviar? Truffles, shark fin, bird's nest soup, tataki mushrooms, splendid Alfonso, spine lobster, Jinhua ham, Peking duck, guinea fowl, pufferfish, soft-shell turtle, wasa and bun sugar, Yubari melon, matsugatsu beef. Hold on, what are you talking about? Saber's eyes were so serious, I unconsciously got scared and interrupted her. Why are you so suddenly interested in those things? This. And so, Saber turns the cover to the book she's holding towards me. High-class foods you have to try once? What is this book? I don't recall buying it. Come to think of it, there's no reason for me to have it either. Sakura has a collection of recipe books that I'll never be able to match, but this is more like a guidebook. Taiga left it here some time ago. Now I get it. You can see the underlying motive. She probably thought that by leaving it here in the living room, Sakura and I would look it over and say, okay, let's have matsutake mushrooms for dinner tonight. And judging by the shine in Saber's eyes, Fujine's plan is already about 50% successful. So you're saying you're interested in this? Yes, these are all ingredients I would like to taste. I am certain they would be delicious. Saber visualizes the high-class ingredients she's yet to try. But with normal people's access to high-quality goods, I doubt I can rise to the culinary standards of a high-ranking person. Didn't you live in a castle, like as a king? That's pretty luxurious. Crap, it wasn't like that. A mistake. Certainly Saber lived a courtly life. However, at that time, there was no pompous royal feasts or formal table manners for that matter. To begin with, the French bought high-class food with them. What kind of century were we talking about here? Shiro, I believe I told you before. In my time, there were no plates. The meat was merely cooked and thrown onto the table, and you'd shave it off with a knife. Sorry, Saber. That was my bad. While I do want to say that you can have whatever you like to eat as an apology, indeed with our household finances, saying, alright, how about we go eat there, if that menu is an impossible dream. It's a stretch, but if it's you alone, I guess I'll manage somehow. Me alone, you say? Yes, that's the limit. Apart from that, if Tosaka lends me a hand with the investment of a jewel or something, maybe I can take everyone out to a fancy place in Shinto. Knowing Rin, that kind of fictional scene is hardly imaginable. I agree completely. He's distinctively cheap, stingy, and a born miser. I don't want to hear her complaining. Besides, I simply can't imagine Tosaka being that lavish. Yeah, I do want to take you to a rich celebrity-like place someday. But until then, you have to put up with the food that I make. Put up with the food I make. As if he isn't making 5-star dishes like every other fucking night. What are you saying, Shiro? I'm very satisfied with the food in this house. I've never considered myself to be, patiently enduring it. She's such a wonderful thing with such a straight face. If you say it like that, my fighting spirit will be boosted even if just for lunch preparations. Therefore, I believe that someday you will personally harvest high-class ingredients. You will make a splendid meal, which we'll use to decorate this dining table. What? Because I believe in you. What do you believe in? Oh, that's a cute one. Saber throws out a reckless word of belief. She flips through the magazine in her hand and finally opens the page she was after. Yes, goose, quack quack. But we start from the matter of feeding and caring for the goose itself. Quack? Well, hold on a minute, Saber. If the goose is too much trouble, a pig is another choice. As far as feeding livestock goes, pigs are ideal. Moreover, did you know, Shiro, according to this book, only sows can find truffles underground. Of course, there are different varieties of ham, so we will have to choose the breed. Give me that. Make sure to smack the rightful owner with it. Idiot. In one smooth motion, she stands up and quickly evades my hand. As we're walking through the corridor, she puts on the slippers and goes out into the yard. Hey! Saber, it's dangerous to walk without looking down. You finally noticed, Shiro. Compared to my faraway castle of Camelot, the Emir residence is missing something. That is, a vegetable garden and livestock hunt. Fortunately, there's plenty of space here in the yard. Oh, could it be that Kiritsugu anticipated this and thus secured an appropriate site? Nope, Dad wouldn't have had such a particular foresight. Well, if you really want to try, I can give you some space for a decent-sized kitchen garden. But we won't be raising a sow, goose, or turtle. Just that tigress alone is enough. Taiga. Highly valued since ancient times. Tiger meat is said to be horse meat, what Sakura is to bamboo. I wonder what it tastes like. Butter? The entranced Saber, staring in the middle of the yard, seems to have a convenient filter on your ears from my voice. Earth to the king, come back, your majesty. Even if a garden is possible, I will not give up just yet. After all, the Yuki City is a natural treasure trove. Mountain vegetables, forests, and abundant seafood. Fertile land truly blessed by God. The dream continues. Before all that, wipe the drool off your face, Saber. The demonic book clutched tightly to her chest, Saber looks to the clear autumn sky and sees the faraway food kingdom. Ooh, a new rider thing. Something at the temple. Okay. Who is it at the temple? Oh, just the. Who is it at the temple? You know what? I really like Ryder. Let's go see who this is. It was the little girl last time, but this person's always here every once in a while, and I notice them, but I don't do anything about it. I go out to the hills behind the temple. The mountain range spread out beneath reminds me of the pure strength of nature. Beyond it lies the forest of the Ironsburns. When I think of that, the landscape I'm so familiar with suddenly feels like the scenery from a foreign country. I brought myself here many times. I'm used to seeing the sights of nature here, so it shouldn't be particularly impressive to me. Bright sunlight makes me squint. Scenery tugging at my chest makes me squint. Whatever caused this change in mental state, right now the serenity of the surroundings put me at ease. Should I loosen up and relax? I could end up gazing at the mountains until the stars come out. Well, now isn't the time for that. I should save the sunbathing for another time. When winter break comes, everything will be covered in snow, so we should have another camp next summer. Or something instead. I bet no one would mind having a picnic here either. Next year, huh? Well, patience is a virtue. What happens until then will be another story. Getting up and stretching my back, I leisurely leave the graveyard behind me. That was a graveyard? Interesting. 9 p.m. dinner's over, major events. I'm thinking to hang out at the Emir residence. Let's see what's outside. Oh, with Saber! Nice. I'll go patrol with Saber. The situation around town isn't too urgent, but I have nothing else to do. I should at least have a look around. Saber, you got a minute? I'd like to go out patrolling through the town for a bit. Yes, I am prepared. I am ready to investigate, or just wait for more development. The choice is yours, Shiro. Saber replies immediately, as if having read my thoughts. I'm very thankful, but even if you say it's up to me, I called you here because I was going on patrol. If I didn't want to go, I really wouldn't have said anything. Saber's reply was kind of weird. I guess she noticed it herself as well. She lets out a surprise. You are right. The one who wanted to accompany you on a patrol was me. I did not want to test your resolve, but it looks like I just did. She bows her head as an apology. I don't really think that's necessary. I wasn't particularly motivated to go by myself, but now that I got a push in the right direction, it's all good. Maybe your senses got a little dulled with the piece too. There hasn't been much happening since summer vacation, so maybe you just loosened up a little. That's not possible. I am your sword. As long as you need me, no blunders will be tolerated. Saber's determination seems flawless. That's very reliable of her, however. I'm glad to hear it, but it's just another way of saying you can't rest as long as I remain a rookie. Ah well. I guess I'm still a troublesome people to you. No, I don't mean to fault you. I just attempted to express my readiness to stand by your side until the end. And though I do not need to say it in words, I do think you are doing quite well. Saber hastily corrects herself. Although I do want to talk more, if we make noise at the corridor, we might attract an undesired third person. Why, in fact, as each day passes, I feel more grateful for your... Are you even listening, Shiro? Sorry, Saber, but can we talk a little bit more about that later? I cut the conversation short and grabbed Saber's hand. Before we get discovered by other inhabitants, I hurriedly escaped from the hallway. We do our best to sneak outside. The Emiya residence surroundings are peaceful and quiet. Nothing's out of the ordinary. Well then, let's go have a quick look around town. We don't know where the problem is, though, and we don't even know if there is anything out of the ordinary in the first place, so today's patrol might just end up being pointless. That said, it's time to hit the road. But before that... Saber? Oh, shit. Yes, what is it, Shiro? Why is she so energetic and eager? Hey, I don't really know if you should wear your armor around town. It's still before 10, and it'd be weird to get seen by other people. Wouldn't it be fine to just armor yourself when we meet enemies? No, since we do not know our enemies, we must make sure to concentrate on our defenses. Shiro, please worry about how you appear to other people when you have learned to defend yourself. Yeah. I made her angry for the first time in a while. I can't really agree not to care about how we look, but when it comes to battle, her intuition is irrefutable. In other words, now that she's on high alert, this evening stroll will not end simply as that. Alright, I'll leave it up to you. The moment we see someone we don't know, make sure to disarm immediately. Yes, it will depend on the situation, but I shall try to comply. So we can't go to the bridge and... Okay. We'll go to the temple. That crowd's always fun. Let's go see Assassin. There's no signs of life at the temple gate. Oh. There aren't any noticeable changes here. The mountain is almost an hour away from town, and has always been wrapped in silence. I've been to Ryoto Temple with Saber before, but this is the first time we're visiting at this hour since the last Holy Grail War. I wonder... No way it would happen with just me alone, but with Saber around, I'm starting to zone out a little. This has to be the spot where... the end of something is sleeping. Shiro? Sorry, I guess I got a little lost in thought. Do you feel anything, Saber? I do not feel anything disquieting, even if there was no abnormalities to be found here. I find it hard to imagine Ryoto Temple being assaulted. There are, in fact, 2 servants around here, so... This is Caster's territory, after all. This area's defenses against outside enemies are perfect. Even at the end of the Holy Grail War, she still remains cautious of the other servants. Yeah, sometimes I do talk with her at Ryoto Temple, but it feels like she's keeping her distance. According to Kuzuki-sensei, though, she just isn't used to dealing with the neighbors yet, so I should be... Hello? A little more forgiving. Well, when you think of her backstage plotting, it is a little hard to suddenly start being friendly with each other. So anyway, Saber, what do you think about Caster? Do you think she's involved this time? I do not intend to defend her, however this is probably not her doing. For example, the continuation of the Holy Grail War would bring nothing to her, and she has no wish to be granted. That is true. She probably wants things to go the way they are more than any of us. This is the peace that she had never been able to get. Well, putting that aside. You were saying her defenses are perfect. Are there any tricks up her sleeve other than Assassin? Yes, an almost neurotic defensive barrier. Aside from Assassin, who was summoned only for the purpose of guarding the gate, there's been an increase in the number of traps with each passing month, even without a war. Really? It is enough to cause one to suspect that she is not doing it under protection, but testing them out as a hobby. So that's making you distrust Saber, or Caster. Supposing that, on some accident, Caster did become friends with Saber, they'd have the sort of relationship where they'd quarrel with each other outside of public view all the time. I don't think we have to go all the way in, though. There's nothing unusual here, and I can't help but get the feeling that we'd be poking our heads into the beehive if we did. I won't avoid being mistaken for attackers. The other onlooking servants aren't going to just stand around if a fight broke out over something as insignificant as this. I agree. We had best leave Assassin to his duties and return to town. He is somewhat of a difficult person to deal with, but he's not one that you would allow wrongs to go on out of mischief. He does engage in life-death battles as though they were entertainment, but he enjoys the tranquility just as much. Saber's right. As long as the assassin's protecting the temple gates, no suspicious characters will be entering. Fun. Interesting. I guess it's about time to go back. It's not like we only have tonight. There's time tomorrow, too. Let's call it a night. I'll let you know the next time we're going out, okay? Right. It is my pleasure to be relied upon, Shiro. The two of us return to the Emiya residence. It seems the end of the night has been postponed for a little longer. I think we have 1 or 2 more days until we loop. So we got a saber. Something near at the temple. Taiga? Interesting. Or an Ilya at the station front. I'm actually curious about what Taiga's doing here at the temple. I've seen her here before, but like I had other things that I wanted to do. Let's go see what's up with Taiga. Why is she at the temple? Ryoto Temple, Fuyuki Mountain. I also really like the Ryoto Temple, so it's called. I once asked Issei about its history. He produced a list of mysterious names befitting a famous temple and left me even more confused. Well, most of the town population couldn't care less about these things. But for the new year and other events, the temple still gathers believers atop the mountain. So, here's one of these pilgrims. Did you just come for fun, Fujini? What's the fun climbing up a long flight of stone steps? The stone steps keep going all the way to the base of the mountain to the temple gate. Must have taken her a fair amount of effort to climb. Climbing up here isn't exactly one step affair. That's right. After bunny hopping all the way up and down 10 times, you must feel refreshed, Shiro. My knees would give out before I'm done with that. Youngsters don't do it with a spare tire. What the fuck? Youngsters don't do it with a spare tire and iron sandals these days, do they? What? What kind of childhood were you living? Iron sandals? Where the heck would you even get those? Wait, probably from the Frigimura group. Old man Raiga's been strutting around in a single-toothed tall sandals, I believe. So did you come just for fun too? This would be weird if a healthy young man stays that his hobby is mountains, you know. Like, how did I raise you with such a gloomy interests? Worry not. Your education policy did not include anything even close to such bland activities, Fujini. That's right, it didn't. Okay, let's visit the shrine. We walk over to the temple grounds and get some purifying water. It's been a while since we visited a shrine together. Since New Year's, I guess. Every year, Fujini dresses up in a really profound-looking kimono, but that's another story. How about an offering? It's about fate, so 5 yen. Can't you do 500? 55. We're coming up 1 order of magnitude short, sadly. Of course, even if we do, putting in paper bills would be unheard of. Faith is what matters. That's what I like to believe anyway. Alright, so what should I pray for? Household well-being, road safety, academic success? Wondering what Fujini's wishing for, I take a sideways glance. Let Shiro grow up strong and healthy. Crap, I wasn't ready for that. I'm actually touched. Does she really worry about me this much? And also, please, let me get a hot boyfriend. And as I was praying for her safety and well-being, that crossed my mind too. But you know, Fujini, an awfully common request. Please save the Siberian tiger from extinction. The Bengal tiger is in danger of becoming extinct too. Gradually running out of material, we get to the tigers. So the prayer for my adulthood is lumped in together with other material. My feelings are now mixed. So, what did you wish for, Shiro? World peace. Yours is always the same, isn't it? Does she ever get more like, a girl, no, and stuff? If I did, the deity would probably be quite troubled. I've already got like 4. Pretty sure this mountain is oriented towards marriages. Besides, marital success. With whom? My train of thought is interrupted by a familiar voice. Who the fuck is this guy? Oh look, it's been ages since we met Shiro-kun. This is a poll, but it looks like Fergus McRoy from Grand Order. But that could just because he's got the Brock eyes going on. Morning. Oh, morning. Really nice weather today, isn't it? Oh, is that his dad? Good morning, Fujimaro-sensei. Morning, Emiya. The two that just came out from the main hall are Issei and his older brother, Raikan. We've been making quite a bit of noise, and they probably came to check it out. Greetings, good morning. Ah, Rai-chan and Ryoro-kun. Hello. Fujini waves at them with a smile. Rai-chan is Rai-kan-san, just making sure. Good to see you in high spirits as always. By the looks of it, you're here to pay homage to our temple. Indeed, we are delighted to have you visit today. Also, we've been indebted greatly to the Fujimura house this summer. I will thank you in my father's stead. Before long, the high priest himself will be paying you a visit. Don't worry about it, really. Is the honorable preceptor doing well? He is, well, quite well, although in 10 years of service will do weigh on him. This month, claiming pursuit of knowledge, he went to another mountain temple. Lose not to the Fujimura Senior. Those were his spirited words. The old man used to say that too, actually. For New Year's Eve, I will not be outdone by the Ryuru geezer. Save up lots and hold tight, or something like that. Sounds promising. That desire for money runs a little deeper than most people's. We're definitely looking forward to getting sliced and diced by the senior. Ha 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 ha. A pleasant laughing voice resounds throughout the temple grounds. Issei's father and old man Raigo's relationship is downright murderous. Furthermore, Fujini, Raikan, and Neko-san were all classmates. Neko-san. That was the name of Shiro's liquor store part-time work manager's daughter, if I remember right. There must be a connection to all the little ruling sect of the Miyama town. Why are you trembling, Emiya? It's it's kind of chilly and stuff. Both our old man and even Rai-chan are fond of Shiro. Yep, so we'd like you guys to teach us. Teach us what exactly? Chivalry and meditation? No. Maybe gambling and praying? Oh no, there's no need for a junior. Shiro-kun will turn out quite well, I'm sure. Accomplished in both literary and martial arts, and excelling in chivalry. A fine fellow, I'd say. Huh? I wonder about that. He's alright now, but I'd really like to be awesome like Rai-chan and stuff. No way. A student like me can never have... Oh. No way. A student like me can never have the composure that Rai-kan-san always does. Sure you can. Rai-chan, remember back when we were at Homahura? We'd been surrounded by guys from our school and still keep laughing. Well, you did get beaten up at the end, though. Ah, but that was a while ago. And before I came to realize my fate, Taiga-kun had already tended my wounds. Oh, a word of welcome for the clumsy and inexperienced monk. Taiga-kun's sole companionship. Ha 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 ha, they laugh. A tiger and a wandering monk. Amazing. I mean, I'm actually looking at a man that is more than able to talk back to Fujini in more ways than one. And here she was, just now wishing for a hot boyfriend. You are amazing, Raikan-san. Just like, awesome. A mind this broad can keep company with Fujini must be the stuff of legends. Brother Raikan is my role model. How about it, Emiya? Come to the mountain. Let's pursue this ideal together. Before I knew it, Issei starts persuading me too. At this rate, Fujini might end up well selling me off to them. Although, I must admit, I do find the monk lifestyle somewhat appealing. Issei, who had been laughing, come to the mountain, suddenly straightens himself. Oh, hey. Brother Soichiro, what brings you here? I have been asked to deliver a message to your older brother. Good morning, Fujimura-sensei. Emiya. Right. Kuzuki-sensei lives here too. Whatever his lean figure's around, it's as if one's entire body is being oppressed, making it difficult to even open your mouth. Hello, Kazuki-sensei. Thank you for your help as always. Oh wait, no, I think that was Raikon. Never mind, whatever. Oh, you don't hear. Here too, your help is appreciated every day. Please take your time. Raikon, your father's on the phone. Right, my apologies. See you later, Shiro-kun, Junior. Have a nice day. You come too, Issei, in case there'll be a particularly difficult question again. May not manage alone. Okay, to the extent of my abilities. Well then, please excuse me too. Bowing respectfully, the two of them leave. Unconsciously, I relax a little bit. No matter how sociable Raikon might be, he still has an air of strictness about him. Issei, Raikon, Kazuki-sensei. Do these types of people tend to gather at temples? Well, we'd better get going as well. Sorry for putting you off like this. Oh, sorry for putting you off like this. It was not fated to happen today. Please don't hesitate to visit next time. Issei will be glad to see you. Alright, well, until next time. Leaving the main building behind, I follow Fujini across the temple grounds. That sure was a surprise. And that Kazuki-sensei lives here too. Yeah, the three of them are pretty much like brothers, don't you think? I know. Oh, but I wonder if they look like siblings. If we look like siblings too. It'd be nice if we did. We've been living like brother and sister since forever. It'd even be kind of proud to have others see us that way. All right, I'll drop in the back for a bit. What about you, Shiro? I'll be back after a stroll. I'd like to go to the hills behind the temple for a bit. Okay. You don't worry about lunch. You don't worry about lunch for me then. Parting with Fujini, I leave the temple grounds. Well then, what should I do next? Well, whatever it is, it's not going to be at the temple. Oh shit! Hey, wow, hey. Something at school. Someone. I wonder if this is connected to those weird footsteps. That's ranking pretty high right about now. Mythazuri would be cool too. Let's go check out what's up at the school since. Hey, wait, aren't you Emiya-senpai? I look back towards the voice trying to stop me. Who the fuck is this guy? And discover an underclassman I'm sure I've seen somewhere. Huh? You are, Oh! It's Mythazuri's brother. Mythazuri Minori, first year. A member of the archery club, as you might know. Ah! Mythazuri's little brother. I knew I'd seen you somewhere. Now that I think about it, I've seen him around since early spring. Sakura vouches that his archery skills aren't too shabby. Mythazuri criticizes him as all show and unacceptable, but she's the type that's harder on her family, so he might just be the club's most promising ace. But you stop calling me Mythazuri's little brother. Not with the formalities. Just Minori or you will do, Emiya-senpai. Okay, so just Minori? Yeah, but both of us could use the simplicity. What if he's being impolite on purpose, or he just is? Either way, I can't say it makes a good first impression. So what you need, Minori? You stopped me for a reason, right? I need nothing from you. It's just that it's an eyesore to see someone who isn't even in the club wandering aimlessly around. You're still a former member of the archery club, even if you don't look like it. So I thought I'd ask you what you were doing. Just checking something out. Are you on the way back from the club? Something so obvious. I'm gonna drop off some things in the classroom after club, and now I'm heading back. I see. But even then, this is the third year's hallway. I don't really think there are any first year classes here. So, we both keep our silence. Minori seems to have something in his mind, but he's certainly not saying it. Strange. He didn't seem the type to hold back. So, how's archery club? What do you think of the captain? You know, as a member. I want to hear from a first-year perspective, not that of Mitsuzuri or Fujini. I think Captain Mato is doing a good job. It's hard to progress when there are a lot of novices like me, but surely everyone can grasp it by next year. Let's see. I was worried Sakura might be overworking herself, so hearing that from a current member is kind of a relief. What are you talking about? You quit the club. She doesn't need your concern. Sounds like you still have some lingering affection or something. That's just straight up full-on hostility. Perhaps Mitsuzuri's little brother is really upset with the fact that I quit the club. Hey, did you come to pick a fight with me just because I quit? I don't really care. Despite having a fair bit of skill, you still quit. So you must have had a good reason. It's a refresher when you show up, and my sister seems to be in a better mood when you come too. So, it ain't bad. I'm lost. I don't get it. Then why all this hostility? If that's all, then do you mind? I still kind of have some stuff to do around the school. No. Wait just a second. I don't have any business with you. However, Nichan said that you know more about this. Stuff like, Captain's hobbies, likes. I would like if you could tell me some. Someone's got a crush on Sakura. Boy, you are barking up the wrong tree. Now I get it. No, in this case, it'd be hard not to. So, I thought I'd ask. If you don't know, it's all good too. I kind of do, but what are you going to do with that? If you're using it for something silly, I think I'll have to end this here. Not that I have to tell you. Same. I don't feel like answering to you anyway. Just like she said, sure, fella. The boy curses me softly. His attitude is a little stiff, but Minori seems to be a reasonable guy otherwise. You see, the reasons are entirely personal. I won't misuse it. I'm just going to refer to it as by a gift. Oh, okay. I see. In other words, you like Sakura, right? It's not that I like her or anything, but the fall tournament starts soon, and I want to do something for the captain since she looks so tired. He answers calmly. Sure, calmly. Except that his burning red face is about to set me ablaze as well. Okay, yeah, I see. So what is it about Sakura that you like? Hey, are you even listening to me? Sure am, and that's what I'd like to hear about. Sincerity, 0. I don't want to talk. He turns his face away. And again, silence. It's me. She likes me. Like a lot. There isn't really a reason. She's a beauty, and that's it. Seems like he gave in to all the silence. Yep, sure Mitsuzuri loves to make fun of a character like this. A beauty, eh? That sure is one big compliment. Now, don't you think Mitsuzuri is beautiful too? What? Don't you dare compare her to my sister! My sister isn't even a girl to begin with. Wow. One bombshell of a statement to make while Mitsuzuri's anywhere within a kilometer-wide radius from here. This man is not to be underestimated. No, I misspoke. Please don't tell my sister I said that. Yeah, no need to even ask. She'd shoot me to death first if I did. I don't want my friend to get a criminal record, but more importantly, I value my life. Let's get back to the main topic, Minori. So, what about the captain do you like? Maybe her journey? Anything else? Sometimes the way her cheeks become red when she spills some tea without others noticing. Or maybe her gentle spirit when she's having fun. I find that fascinating, albeit rare. Right, okay. My turn next. Sakura's current hobby is cooking. She likes obanaki from Idomania, and as for the stuff she wants, some kind of casual clothing, I guess? Not too sure about that last one, but I think I heard her say something like that to Ryder the other day. Is it okay to tell me all that? Can't be helped. I've heard so much, it's only fair that I tell you. The third, that of silence. Doesn't there'll be anything accomplished after this? I guess I'll end it here. Alright then, good luck with the tournament. Yeah. No, I don't need to hear that from you. I'll do my best on my own. Thank you. Minori goes on his way. Well, what about you? What do you know? I knew Sakura was popular, but to think that even Mrs. Zuri's brother. Her maturity, eh? Caught me off guard, what can I say? Maybe it's just Minori-kun, or maybe that's how the underclassmen see it. Either way, Sakura's become one fine senpai. Yeah, look at her. I would laugh if there was like an ability to hang out with her and like, just based off of that. Okay, with Saber. Let's go to this. Let's go to the South Residential. That's where Rin's house is. And also, we heard screams there the other day. Well, oh, that's right. It's also where the other residence is. We go to the opposite side of the residential district from the Emiya household. From the entrance of the neighborhood to the hill that Tosaka's house is on, there was nothing out of place. I know it's out of the blue, but what do you think of the difference between Rin and Sakura's houses, Shiro? Now that you ask, I haven't really thought about it. Why all of a sudden? Did you notice something strange? Huh? No, it has nothing to do with the patrol. It's just something that I have wondered about before. But it is difficult to ask in front of the people involved. Difficult to ask, huh? Something to do with magic? It's nothing like that. Well, not really. You see, Sakura's house is, in every respect, larger. However, the Tosaka family are the supervisors of this land. I just don't think that it's right for the Lord to have a smaller estate than a vassal. Saber's not one to worry about money. Rather, she's the type that would prefer to be more fussy about money. But I think this is more the case of a former king having a particularly strict evaluation criteria for her colleagues. The person that covers a piece of land must have an appropriately furnished estate. Is the member of royalty is the way a member of royalty would think. Moving on. So I was wondering. I understand that Rin does not want to exploit any family members, but this is also a matter of the Lord's duty. Before it gives rise to unnecessary quarreling, shall I advise her to either expand the Tosaka household or perhaps annex the Mato residence instead? Advice like that may end up well with a sister's quarrel that will leave the whole of Fuyuki in ruins. The scary thing is Tosaka would probably agree with Saber's point. Please don't. Besides, this lord rules from the shadows, right? It'd be bad if she stood out too much, so I think she tries to live modestly. Also, I'm pretty sure she turned it over to Sakura. How did you say it? It does seem to be the case. Rin's choice of modest lifestyle might be to hide her position as the head of the Tosaka family. Yep, that's totally correct. Don't you tell her, Rin, you sure managed to live in poverty, or anything of the sort. As the damage will probably be done to me instead. Yes, then as Rin's friends, let us pretend not to notice her efforts. Tosaka is blessed to have such an understanding ally. Of course, it's a misrepresentation, but it's fine as long as the result is the same. On that note, how about we go back? There doesn't seem to be anything unusual here. After a long detour, the moon marches on. Before I get straight overhead, let's do what needs to be done. I think there's one more night. Yep. Hey, oh god, is this our only... Fine, we'll hang out with Shinji. Ah, Shinji. A little before 10 in the morning, the port is still empty and there's no one but Shinji standing there. Not even cool? Lancer, please? Fishing? No, that's not it. You're just staring, absent-mindedly at the sea, empty-handed. Hey, Shinji. It's a nice jacket, though. What are you doing? You waiting for someone? Shut up. Shut up. Leave me alone. Everyone hates me anyway. I don't get to appear anywhere, and when I do, it's a joke. When I can get fish, relieve some stress, some freak starts picking a fight with me. So, Emiya, what do you think? Sakura appears times, whereas I only appear the 3. Wow, even if you count with one hand, you still have fingers left over. Isn't that totally unbalanced? I mean, there's no such thing as a little sister that's better than her brother. Shinji moves to a far corner of the port. He curls up into a ball. Pellbug! I think he may be about to lose it. He'd probably welcome a cardboard box to cover himself up with. Seeing him down like this, I try to hold back the tears welling up in my throat. Hey, don't be silly. You can do it, Shinji. Come on, get up. Not recognizing your own unfortunate treatment and not reading the mood are your strengths. You know that. I try my best to cheer him up. Don't wanna. I'm tired. I'm a terrible person. Definitely a motto. My grandfather, father, and my father's little brother were all suited to this sulking like this too. Shinji crawls up even more. Well, it takes an extraordinary person to behave in such a manner at a place as pleasant as this. You can see him in the picture. Would you just go away already? I'm waiting for my distant opponent. It's my last chance to become a main character. I have no business with an empty-handed Emiya. He shoos me away. I can't really think of anything else to try right now. I guess I'll try coming back later. When he puts it like that, I do feel a little bit bad. It's like he knows, but like, well, I can't hate him completely if he's at least self-aware. Come on, Issei, please cheer me up. I'm in a weird mood. I'm madly passing the time in the student council room. Maybe capture the bishop with the gold general at 8B. There'd still be 2 extra moves? Issei doesn't seem to have much to do as he's solving shogi puzzles in old magazines. It'd be great if we had a board pieces, but there's nothing like that in the student council room. Since it would set a bad example for the other students, any items used for amusement are not to be brought in. Which is Issei's own policy. Not to be left behind, I'm also enjoying the Fujiwara Taiga Blast from the past crossword puzzle that the newspaper club had published. But with the subject being what it is, it's more like hardship than entertainment. Why can't this knight do anything? He's such an eyesore. Hey Emiya, give me some tea. Hot enough to make my brain tingle, please. Alright. There's still yokon left. You want me to slice some? A tempting offer. But I'll hold off until the 3 o'clock break. Snacking between meals is not proper. Seems like it's not a break he's having now. There's half an hour left until 3 o'clock. I don't know if that's a self-imposed quota, but he seems to be intent on solving 3 questions from the compilation of advanced shogi problems by then. We immerse ourselves in our respective ways of killing time. With the chime of 4 o'clock bell, Issei nods and locks the safe. Hey Issei, what was that? This is a report saying what clubs will be presenting what at the cultural festival. It's separated by each class in each club. See, but why do you keep it in a safe? To avoid theft? Something like that. You see, the deadline for the reports was today at 4. From now on, no matter what the exercise is, we can't accept them. Excuses, we can't accept them. Therefore, a class or club without a presentation, decided at the point of the time, will not be allowed to participate in the cultural festival. Wow, didn't know the cutoff was at 4 today. Yes, that's the only reason I was here in the student council room on a day off. Well, that's that. Thus, my work is done for the day. Want to go eat something at the cafe and Shinto on the way back. Issei happily gets ready to go home. Obanaki again? You sure like that stuff. Naturally, so do I. I leave my seat without a further prompt. Those reports for the cultural festival, though. Which club wasn't decided what to do, I wonder. Surely not the archery club, right? The only other club we know of is the track and field club. It has to be one of those, I think. Let's go with Saber. Oh shit, what the hell? Oh shit, that's right. Date changing. When we come down the hill, the town has completely changed. The lights have died out, and there's no sign of any human activity. Even still, this uninhabited town is full of breathing. It's an uncomfortable frequency, almost like a whisper. Meaningless hatred arises within me. It must be the bestial scent in the air. I feel strong anger at this enemy I have yet to see. Shiro, there's no one inside these houses. Anything with a human form has disappeared completely from Fuyuki. Not mass slaughter, but disappearance. Things that Saber saw was corpseless, bloodless murder scenes. If it's truly an enigma, perhaps this is the work of whoever restarted the Holy Grail War. Yeah, probably. None of the other servants would do this, but more importantly, Saber, what do you think of all these voices? Voices? I'm not sure what... No, indeed I can hear something. Is this the barking of a dog? She narrows her eyes, trying to focus on the harsh sound. The voices become louder and louder. Shrill sounds reverberate between my skull and my brain, stimulating my instincts. Shiro, what's wrong? Your face is pale. Could it be that there's poison in the air? Yeah. Now that she mentions that these voices are nothing other than poison. I have some resistance to poison due to my armor, but Shiro, you are defenseless. Let's retreat back to the estate for now. I believe there should be no major trouble as riders there, but I'm still worried. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'd rather do something about these voices. There's only 2 hours left before the day ends. Let's find the source before the day changes. Sure, I understand how you feel, but there are no clues. Is it not wiser to retreat? This isn't like Saber. I've been hearing these clues all the time, at the point of blatancy. Let's leave home defense to Ryder. Right now, I want to track these voices. Shiro! I run ahead of her. My sense of balance is getting destroyed by the breathing of these beasts swirling inside my ears. Can't be too far off. All night, Saber's with me. I shouldn't lose no matter who I fight. The howling changed to roaring. At this point, there's no need for me to say anything to Saber. That's because the enemy is in front of us. The things that wiped out all of these people in the city. Are all here, flocking to a girl I've never seen before. I know I've seen them before, yet my memory fails me. Just a little more. If the clock strikes midnight or somebody tells me, I will remember. They howled, making jarring sounds of movement. A frequency outside my hearing range. The herd informs me with certainty, with voices that no human could ever make. A beast raises its head. Wringing its claws, it rushes at me as if crawling. Shiro, stay back! Saber moves forward in a flash. He cuts through the mysterious beasts. I don't know what force moves these monsters, but it's obvious that they're no match for Saber. She should be able to clear them out without any problem. In that case, I'll catch that girl watching us from deeper inside the park. She's gotta be the one behind this real-life Twilight Zone if she's in charge of these beasts. I slip past the monsters that are being thinned out by Saber. Where are you going, Shiro? Stop! You must not move away from me! The monsters keep attacking her. They swarm around Saber desperately, probably having instinctively realized who the most powerful being in this area is. I don't like leaving Saber behind, but this is my chance. They'll never be able to outmatch her, no matter how many of them attack together. The best they can do is buy time. They can use this chance to go after their master. All this time, the girl's been simply watching us without running away. I can do this. I feel any threat coming from that girl. and I already know that I'll be able to catch her by myself. You're quite the master. I would have never expected you to leave Saber to fend these monsters by herself. Voice lacking any emotion. Your clothes remind me of a lifeless doll. I'll save the chit-chat for later. Right now I'm going to catch this girl in front of me. I grab her arm. Got you. Hey, who the hell are you? No, stop these guys first. If you don't stop them, I was about to say I'll use force on her, but... Oh, Jesus. I don't mind, except that kind of thinking is awfully unlike you, don't you agree, Shioru? She sees through me and replies, through you? What are you talking about, bro? Words that I've tasted once before. You know me? So you're the one that restarted the Holy Grail War? Yes, I was the one that restarted it in this form. If you wish to resolve it, you should catch me. However, this time, it was a failure. We were not meant to meet here. Why? My vision flickers in an instant. Nole me tangai. Oh shit. Shroud? My limbs are restrained by a cloth with a will of its own. What the hell? Yeah, move. The cloth is only restraining my arms and legs, and that's all that's pulling on this girl's slender arm. So why the hell am I having trouble even breathing? Resistance is futile. It is impossible for a man to tear the holy cloth of Magdalena. My body creaks. Thankfully, the restraint that's holding my entire body doesn't seem to have enough power to tear me apart. Holy crap. Cloth. In fact, this seems like a mystic code that specializes only in restraining its target. I have no intent of killing you. Since this meeting was a failure, we need to... The girl's face starts convulsing. I hear a quiet sound. The sound of flesh being torn apart, and the smell of blood drifting through the air. Her face distorts in pain. What's going on? Nobody could have hurt her, yet there's blood trailing down her body. But, hey, are you alright? That's definitely not normal. I'm the one tied up. Well, I'm the one tied up, but whatever the girl's going through sure looks a lot worse. Oh, for God's sake. Let's get this thing off of me. You're suffering, right? I'm not going to do anything, so just take it easy. I wonder how much of that she believed. The girl slowly moves her collapsing body. How could I become possessed so quickly? I knew it. You are... Leaving that interesting remark behind, she staggers away. Stop moving around, you idiot! And if you're going to run away, get the damn cloth off of me! The red cloth is doing its job, even when its master is gone. I can't move, can't breathe too well. I'm just about to pass out. Are you all alright, Shiro? Saber's sword cuts through the red cloth. The horde of monsters is still all around us. She came to save me in the midst of her own battle, no doubt. Not letting her guard down, Saber keeps her sword pointed at the beasts. What was that cloth? These monsters don't have such an ability. I don't really know either. Anyway, nothing's going to make any sense until I capture that girl. I feel like you should have reversed that. What? Did you say girl? She went that way. I should still be able to catch up with her. Sorry, Saber. Please take care of these guys for me. Leaving Saber to cover my back, I run off. I don't know the cause, but that girl was injured. I want to know who she really is, but first those wounds have to be treated. The trail of blood continues into the tufts of grass into the riverbank. She's lost a lot of blood. If something isn't done, she could lose her life. A voice of suppressed agony. A girl is lying in the tall grass to hide herself. Hey, you're in there, aren't you? Don't run away. I'm not going to do anything to you. I just have some things I want to ask you, but I'd rather do that after I patch you up. Run away! I hear the sharp sound of ripping flesh again. Ew. This isn't the time to be worrying about traps or counterattack. Urged on by the smell of blood, I step into the grass. The girl's injury has worsened. I don't know what happened. No, what's going to happen, but I keep walking closer until unable to let things go on like this. Stop. Don't look. Her agony intensifies. Every step I take, it gets worse. This feels weird. Yeah, it does seem almost sexual somehow. The gas's pain grow hotter bit by bit. With each step, I dig deeper into her body. Little by little, If that's the case, the moment I reach... Oh, gosh. Should I? Should I? Got the... Part of me doesn't want to approach knowing I'll die. What? Oh, fuck! What? It's this... Red liquid backed up, pouring out of my mouth. I looked down at the sinister weapon that penetrated my stomach. Yeah, that'll definitely... I've seen many things up until now, but none of them ever lived up to the horror in front of me. Woof. Huge claws coming out of her slender body. So that wound came from the inside? While gasping in heat, the girl formed that monster and impaled me as I got close. I'm fading out. I'm gonna die here, not even needing to wait until the next hour. But still, the knowledge I gained is tremendous. This was not the right place. Can't meet her here. To learn her name, it has to happen at a place closer to the source. Engraving only that into my memory, or release the consciousness that I kept linked to my body. And on the verge of death, looking at the figure of the girl that gave birth to this weapon, I suddenly remember a demon from a fairy tale. Heaven's Feel 5. And exit Heaven's Feel 5. We cannot meet here. We ought to finally arrive at the night where she was first noticed. Great. A little shorty ended there. That was interesting. I'm glad no scorpions jumped on me while I was reading all that. But aside from all that, I have been reading and I've seen some things about the State Air Remaster. Shiro's got a little bit more of a dirty mouth than he used to. Shiro near consistently like swears, particularly when he's hurt. There's a lot of like bullshit, which I mean like fun. Reading it has been like, man, if only I had waited. If only I had known. But even if I had waited, I would have. It would mean I would have 2 whole years, probably more, without having done any of this. And that's. I don't know if I would have found something else to do, but I don't regret having read that before. I just kind of wish I'd known earlier. Anyway, but that'll be that for now, guys. Sorry I didn't particularly read a whole lot of that last bit. I really wasn't feeling comfortable with it. And there was in fact a part of me I was thinking maybe I should give it a little, and then just read it from there. But you know what? It'll be what it'll be. Hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day. Hope you guys manage to take care of yourself, and I don't know, maybe check for pests. Just it's a thought. It's a thought. No need to. And but yeah. I hope you guys take care. Later.